So we'll start. So yesterday we had started with module 1. So in the module 1 we had seen the introduction part. So under that we had spoken about competition. So if you are in an organization, how you are going to check. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So you will be checking what is your competitor or what and all products your competitor is going providing. So if you want to be on in top of the market or the number one in the market, then you will be providing better services than your competitor. Then we saw about quality and time of market, then legacy. So these points what we saw was we are giving an assumption as whether we can go for mobile app or which is better, mobile app is better or web. Okay. So the next we had seen about cost. So cost which might be incurring in terms of hardware, in terms of software, then license, and the last one we had seen was documentation. So these are some of the things which we had seen in the previous class. So we'll go ahead with the next point, that is importance of mobile strategy in the business world. Okay. So you are into a business, so how you can improve your business. So first of all, here since we're speaking about mobile application, okay, so we know mobile or a smartphone is like everyone is having a phone, and if you want to reach out to all the clients, so the best way you can go is through mobile apps. Okay. So here what we are saying, if a potential customer is you cannot reach, your services cannot be reached to a potential customer, then that is nothing but he is a lost customer. If what services you want to give to your client, if it is not reaching to him, then is it of any benefit to you? You are sending some message. Suppose just take an example, some sales of some vehicle. So at some point of time you approached some salesperson and you told that I am planning to buy a vehicle, and after a few days or immediately from next day onwards they will be calling you, and you are not responding. So when you are not responding, what will be their impression? They will try hard to contact you, but if you are not responding at one point of time, they'll think that maybe he doesn't want to get into the product or like that. So that is what here we are saying, if potential customer cannot reach your service or your services is not able to reach to the customer, then he is a lost potential customer. The main responsibility as a developer, you should have responsibility. What is that responsibility? Whatever products you have developed, make sure that is being reached to the customer, or your customer is getting the product what you have developed. Okay. So you might be into a business, so that business might be you might be a content provider, or you might be into a company which is developing some product, or you might be into a company which is giving some service. So any type of business you might be doing, your main intention, if you want to be the leader in the market, then main intention will be you want to expand your product such that it will be reached to like all the audience, or you can say reach to a larger gathering or number. So that should be your main intention. So here what we are saying, the best way how you can reach the people is make sure whatever product you are or whatever application you are developing, it should be able to reach to the customers. So here in your book they have given you the survey data, that is two surveys. One was done by Nielsen, that is their consumer survey in the US. So the data that is given, that is of 2011. So they have given 40% of the mobile consumers in the US over the age of 18 are using smartphones. This is of 2011 survey. And similarly, one more magazine called as Wired State, even that has given a survey result saying that in the year 2011, there was 30% of smartphone usage throughout the globe. Okay, globally, 30% of people are using smartphone, whereas in 2019 it went in for 52.5%. So what is a main thing we want to say here is, you can use this mobile application, or this is the best way how you can reach to your customers, so that you can improve your business. Okay, so that is what we are saying in importance of mobile strategy in the business world. Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
All are quite okay. So the next thing, so what we're telling in this importance of mobile strategy in the business world, anybody? Overall summary of this slide is what? If you're developing a good app, and that app should be able to reach your client or your customer, in that way, that is the best way how you can try and improve your business in the market. Okay, so whatever business you might be doing, so here they have told you might be into a product company or a service company, or you might be a content provider. If you want to be the leader in the market, that is, you have to expand your product. So to expand your product, you need more customers, right? How you can reach out to customers? Through, here what we are saying, through mobile. That is, reach out to the people. Okay. And the next point, next slide, we'll go to the next slide, which is saying, why is mobile development difficult? So here we are saying mobile application development is difficult. Why? So this mobile application development, it is present since decades, but we say that it is difficult. Why? Because it is coming in. It is from the decades. It's there, but what is happening is every now and then new technology is added, or new designs are included. So as a developer, you should be up to date, you must be knowing all those. So which is the best one you can use, so that your app will be the great app. So here one question is posed, what is that, how you can say, or what makes a great app different from a good app? So you're saying that app is great and that app is good. How you're differentiating it? Whether it is the design which makes the person say that that app is great, or whether it is in terms of utility. So what is the difference between design and utility? Anybody? Anybody there in the class?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
What's the difference between this design and utility? Who will say?
Adi.
Adil. Faiz? Faiz is there? Faiz is not there.
Yeah, I'm present, ma'am.
You're there. Okay. What is the difference between design and utility?
Bonum.
Hmm? Who Face is telling that?
Yeah, ma'am.
So Face is planning to buy a car. Okay. What are the criteria you're seeing when you're buying a car?
Design.
Design. Then
Uh, then
then what?
engine capacity, ma'am.
Ah, okay. See, girls know what Face. Petrol or diesel. Okay, then
And mileage.
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 Ah,
Color. And price. Price. Airbag.
ah. Safety.
Price. Safety, yeah.
Then
Price.
price. Yes, that is the thing. So will you compromise safety with price?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Company. Adil will see the company. Okay. Shandaram will see loan interest.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's important.
Okay. So here what we are saying. So the question is posed here. What is that? What makes a great app different from a good app? So if how can you differentiate between this great and good? So whether the design part, so some Now Shantaram, for him loan interest is of important thing, and for whom, for Adil, company is important. So from Adil's point of view, he is only seeing company. From Shantaram's point of view, he will see only the loan interest. So everybody's perception will be different. So here, that is what we are saying. Why mobile application, or why mobile development, application development is difficult. That is, still the confusion is there, which is, or if you have what you're telling, that is great. Still that is, people are not trying, getting the answer for that. So that is what you're saying here. The limitation when looking at the resolution. So here we are saying about the limitation that is given by the Apple iOS device. So when that limitation is there, uh, i- but this restriction afford developers dimension that they can take for granted. So what they're saying in this is, iOS has given some restriction with the resolution. So using that restriction or within that boundary, developer can develop the apps. So that is what here they're saying. They understand the difficulty of accounting for all the different sizes when creating quality application. So as a developer, when you're developing an app, you must check out all this. So usually, now you think we are speaking about mobile app. When you're speaking about mobile app means you have some restriction in terms of the dimension there, right? If you're speaking about web, in that what happens, you can put lot of content. But if you're saying mobile app, you have some restriction with the screen size there. So it is not like you can put big fonts or big images. So if you're doing all those, then what happens, it will be filled, you don't have much space there. So all this consideration a developer has to think before, or when he is into the process of developing a mobile app. So that is why it is called as it is difficult. First of all, the developer should be up to date with the new technology, and he has to see which, whether he has to go for design or whether he has to go for utility. And given the restriction, in that restriction only you are trying to develop the app. So these are the different criterias because of which we are saying that mobile application development is difficult. Okay, y'all are there, no?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am.
So next we'll go to mobile myths. What do you mean by myth? Shantaram, what is myth?
Mobile me. Don't know, ma'am.
Hmm? What is myth?
In Tulu,
Not in Tudu, in English.
ma'am.
So I am saying that Shantaram is going to buy a Jaguar. Is it a myth or reality?
Only with. Ma'am.
What, Shantaram?
With, ma'am.
It is a myth. So understood the meaning of myth?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll come back here. So the next topic is mobile myth. So there are many myths associated with the mobile application development. So the first one is it is inexpensive to develop a mobile solution. So it is inexpensive. So here we are saying that is a myth, because when you are not including the development time, so developing an app, it's not like you are developing in half a day or something like that, right? So time is required there. So that also comes under your cost. So if you are not including the development time and the design time and deployment time, so develop, design and deployment time, if these are not included, and also one more thing, something has to be done today, and if you're not able to do today, that is if the app has to be brought into the market today, but if it is not done, if it is taking one more month, in that case what happened, there is some delay. So due to that delay, it might happen that some loss in terms of money also might be there. So for all those things, they're saying it is what? Expensive or inexpensive?
Expensive.
Yes.
expensive.
Yes. So if you have, that is, the myth is it is inexpensive. That is not true. It is expensive. When it will be inexpensive? If you have not considered development, design, and deployment time, and also in case if there is a delay, and because of the delay there might be some loss also. Okay. And what is the next thing we are saying is interactive. Sorry, iterative design. What is iterative design? Iterative design.
Repeating.
Yes, Anupriya.
Repeating it.
Yes. Hmm. And development. That is, iterative design and development can be expensive. Is it? Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
No,
You.
I just want to make sure you all are there. Otherwise, you'll just on and we'll be doing our work. No. Are you people doing that?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Good students, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that is a first myth with which we are saying that the first myth is it is inexpensive to develop, but that is not true. And the next one is it is easy to develop a mobile application. Is it true? Is it easy to develop a mobile application?
No, ma'am. No,
No.
ma'am.
No. Why? Because every now and then new technology coming in, right? And we need to use this new technology. First of all, you must know what it is or how to use it. So we have to use new technology to expose the data, and also if there is any issues in the current development, again even that has to be rectified. And it might also happen that you need to use some third party platform to develop your mobile application. So all these things need to be done. So for that purpose, we are saying that this is a myth. That is, second point is a myth. It is easy to develop a mobile application. It's not true. It is a myth. Why? Because you need to be updated with the new technology. So using this new technology, you're going to expose that data, and also any issues with the current development. That is, you can also say as native development platform. Even that has to be rectified. And it can happen that you might want to use some third party platform also during the process of mobile application development. Okay. Next we'll go to the third myth, which is saying we don't need mobile presence. So to develop a mobile application we don't need a mobile presence. Is it true?
No. No, ma'am.
This is not true. Why?
No, ma'am.
Because in the current market it is like through globally mobile is everywhere, right? There is a large number of mobile users. And so if you want to develop an application for the mobile device, you should make sure you know how it is or how the thing should be displayed. All those things you must be knowing. So for that purpose, the third point is they're saying as it is a myth. Next thing is you need a large development team. Again, this is a fourth myth what you're saying. You need a large development team. Is it true?
No, ma'am.
No.
No. No.
You in your group only somebody might be there who has already developed and who might have already posted it in the or published it in the Google Play Store. Anybody there?
No, ma'am.
Who is there?
No, ma'am.
Nobody.
No.
Okay, then future I expect somebody, at least one person to be there who has developed something. And not audible. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So at least one person I expect to create an mobile application, and that it should be there in the Play Store. Hopefully, anybody? Future?
Created, ma'am, but not published.
Okay, 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 okay. So you need a large development team. So that is a myth. So we already here we said that yeah, who Anu has developed.
Yeah.
Okay. Many single developers are there who have successfully created applications, and they might have published in the market also. So the fourth one is a myth. We don't require a large development team. Even a single person can do that task. Okay. And the last myth is sweat equity can pay for application. So what we're telling in this is, you might be working with a partner to develop a product or some solution. So if you're not investing anything, without any investment, it is not so easy task. You will have to put some investment there. And it is not like every time you have to create, your main intention should not be like I want to create a startup, or it's not like that. You on your own also can be doing. Okay. So these are the different myth, that is mobile myths. Next, we'll go to the next topic, that is effective use of screen real estate. So, what we are saying in this, the first step to use your mobile, the first thing what we say when you say mobile, what about the screen size? Do you have a limited size there? In that small area of your screen, in that you have to display all the information what you want, right? So that is what we are saying. In the first step, that is the interface of the mobile device, that should be like, that should be the context of use. We must know our context of use, that is who is going to use, or what is this purpose of use. So it might happen that one person, he just wants to view the news. Okay. So his context of use will be different. And there might be other person who is playing some game, his context of use might be different. So you must know all those. So as a mobile developer, what we are trying to do, we are trying to put lot of information in the limited area. So that is a very tough job to do. So, with respect to this, we have some points here, that is three key issues to use screen effectively. Okay, so here what we are telling, effective use of screen real estate. So, here what we are telling, how efficiently we can use the screen for the better usage. So, in that first point, we are saying embracing minimalism. Embracing minimalism. So, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of embrace? Anybody? Embracing minimalism, that is you have to go for minimalism, that is don't try to put lot of content, we don't want that. So what we are saying in this, limit the features. So you have to limit your features. How? Let it be small, such that it can be within the targeted device, such that it will be within that area of your mobile device. It is not like you're doing for a big screen, you're doing for a mobile screen. So let it be the minimal content. Okay, that is what we are saying under minimal, that is embrace minimalism. And also you can say that, suppose you have put some banner or some graphics you have put. So if it is required, only then you put, simply don't put unnecessary things, because we are trying to have minimal contents. Okay. And the next point what you're saying, maintaining a clear visual hierarchy. So, what is the meaning of this? Maintain a clear visual hierarchy. So, whenever you are displaying something in a proper format, okay, in that case, reading will be easy. That is, user won't be having any distraction. So, if you're given everything clearly, now you can see we have a file menu. When you click on that file menu, we get open, create new, all those things. So it is like the user who is using that, it should be very easy for him. Okay. And also we don't prefer to have large text with the bold, eye catchy colors, all those things not required. Let us go for the smaller items. Let us go for the lesser intense shade. So that is what we are saying in this, such that the visual appearance will be good. And it is like, if you're having now same slides only, you assume if I'm putting lot of content, So here I have put 3 points. If I'm putting lot of contents and just I'm pasting here, then what happens? What we'll do? We'll just skip off some things. We are not going to read everything. But if it is minimum, or another way you can also say hierarchically ordered, then the possibility of viewing or usage also will be more. And the third point, what we are saying is stay focused. So, what is the meaning of this staying focused? So, when you're planning or you're deciding that you are going to develop a mobile app, so in the beginning only you have to plan properly. So, my app, what I'm going to develop, it should be for this purpose and it is going to do all this task. So, you have to stay focused on that. And usually what happens, if you have a very large size, then obviously people trying to use it will be very less. So we ourselves, if we take an example, something I want some video recording, video, or same thing, what we can say, we have photos, we want to convert it into video. So I will go to Play Store. I have many, there are many apps available. So when you try to install that apps, what you will be seeing? Anybody? Hello? Anybody is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you want to download one app. Okay. Um, which app? Anybody? PUBG. PUBG is banned no now.
Flipkart.
Flipkart. Okay. Or some other application related, some music player or something like that. Okay. So if when you Google it or you take scanner, previously which one most of them were using? We were using cam scanner, right?
Yeah.
But now it's not there, so we have to go for some alternative one. So you just in Google you just put as document scanner, then many apps will come in, right?
Yes.
And in that, how you're going to select one? Yes, Adil, it is banned. Which is not banned? Adil is saying it is banned. Which one?
I'm not audible.
You can't hear?
I'm not audible. Yeah, now yes, it's okay. Now
Can hear?
yes.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am.
Okay, when PUBG come back. Yes, you want to. Oh, so there's some text is going on here. So I was just seeing that. Okay. What we were saying? Yeah, we in Play Store you want to download something. Okay, some music. No, that scanner. So cam scanner is not available to us now. So we have to find an alternative one. So how you're going to select one particular app? What are the criteria you will be seeing?
Rating. Rating.
Rating. Okay.
Rating of
Okay. Then
Rating and review.
which one?
Review.
Review. Yeah.
Customer review.
Okay. So you might be finding when you check all those, you found three apps which are having same rating, and the reviews are also good for all the three. In that case, which one you will prefer?
Prefer less MB to download.
Which one?
Just less MB.
Yes, which is having less MB,
It
right?
takes less MB to download.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So that is what we are saying here. One more point under staying focused. When you have a smaller file size, so obviously what will the user do? He will say that might be faster, right? So that is one more criteria what you can say under staying focused. Okay, so that is what you have to tell in these things. And also if you are trying to have lot of images, all those things, so usually when you say images again, the data is required to download all those things. So usually users don't prefer that. And also if you're having lot of links, or you assume some gaming only, there are many gaming apps. If you're getting lot of ad every now and then, do you prefer to have such apps? No, yes,
No.
no, right? We don't prefer to have such kind of app. So all these things we must be considering. So all these things comes under your staying focused. Okay. So this is what you have to tell for effective use of screen real estate. So in this, what you're going to say, whenever you're developing, you should keep in mind that we are developing a mobile app. So when you're developing a mobile app, don't try to put lot of stuffs in that. Okay. So under embracing minimalism, what you're saying, try to have limited features. Okay. And you don't want to put unnecessary things, something like banners or some graphics, all those things. Only if it is required or if it is having some purpose, only then you put. Otherwise, don't put unnecessary things. And under visual hierarchy, what you're saying, if you're showing or the displaying will be in the hierarchical form, then it is easy for people to read and all those things. Okay. So that is what. And again, in this point also, don't go for having huge text which are of huge size and lot of bullets, arrows, all those not required. And catchy colors, some what fluorescent color, all those things not required. Let us go for a light shades and smaller items, so that will be preferred. And for staying focused, that's the last point what you're going to say. Before you actually go into the development, just plan how you're going to do, how you're going to develop, and according to that you should be focused on that, and according to that you have to go in through the process of development. And when you're going through the process, make sure you have to keep an eye on the file size also, because if it is of huge size, again there will be a point wherein people will think twice whether you want to install it or not. Okay. All those things comes under staying focused. Are you getting this?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we'll go to understanding mobile application users. So, under this, what we are saying is mobile. So, in now or this situation, you can say nowadays. Nowadays, mobile is like everywhere, right? Everyone is using mobile phones, and many applications are being there or is there in your mobile phones. So we are assume who Shantaram is simply standing in a queue, or he is waiting for somebody, then what he will be doing? Shantaram is there.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. So you're simply standing in a queue or you're waiting for somebody. For whom you're waiting? For whom you'll be waiting, Shantaram? Adil? Are you guys there? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So immediately what you'll do? You won't be looking here and there. I don't know, Shantaram, what you'll be doing, but usually what we'll do, we won't be looking here and there. We'll just take out our phone and we'll be looking into some site, either social media or any other site, right? So that is what we are saying in the beginning here. Mobile is everywhere. So people are now used to it. Every now and then we check our mails or we check the social media sites, all those things. So under this, so first thing what we are saying, Gestalt's principle have had a considerable influence on design and also describing how human mind perceives and organizes visual data. So here we are speaking about a principle called as Gestalt's principle. So in this, this refers to the theory of visual perception. That is, when something is shown to us, how our mind will be either connecting, or how your mind is giving an assumption, or how it is telling what is a final conclusion. So that is what is told in Gestalt's principle. Okay. So here what we are saying, considerable influence on design, describing how human mind perceives and organizes the visual data. So what in real life. So a person is there. So person is there who is very rude to look. Okay. So obviously, what Adil, what Atira Vilicham Adil. Okay. Hmm. What, I don't have network?
No, ma'am. He was telling that he was not having network, so
Okay.
that he didn't hear your question.
Okay. Where were we? So we might look at a person who is only appearing, by the look he appears like he is a rude person. So when you look at him, our mind is giving some assumption, right? We are just assuming, we don't know how is that person. Only when you speak to that person, we get to know how the person is. So that is what here we are saying in Gestalt's principle, describing how human mind perceives. So that person is rude, that is nothing but how our mind perceives. And other point, what you're saying, organizes visual data. So under this organizing visual data, so what we can say, you have just imagine what, some colors. Okay. Some dice or something, or ludo coins are there, right? All of you have played ludo, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you have four
Yes,
coins
ma'am.
which are similar color, right?
Ludo also banned, ma'am.
Ludo is banned.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
But we play at
No,
home.
it's two Ludo. ഏതെല്ലാന്ന് നോക്കാം. Ludo ban ചെയ്തേ?
But why Ludo is banned?
ഞാനില്ലല്ലോ. Ludo King ഒന്നുമില്ല. വെറുതെ രണ്ടെണ്ണം മാത്രം. ജാല Ludo ഇരിക്കും.
Why that is banned?
അല്ല ഇങ്ങനത്തെ പ്രശ്നമില്ല. Everything has to be banned.
Everything have to be banned. Then life will be very difficult. No?
Not every Ludo.
Ludo
two
King.
only.
No, but why that is banned? Because China app.
Snake game is there, man. Google Meet has to be banned.
Then other alternative will be there if Meet is banned.
Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom will be there.
Snake game. Zoom already gone.
Zoom is there, no? It's not banned.
No. Yeah, it is banned. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് നിനക്ക് കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
Yeah, we can hear Atira.
Snake game not banned, man.
Yeah.
Nokia mobile.
Zoom is bad. Okay. So shall we come back?
Meet also bad.
Meet also bad. What, Shantaram? You're planning to build a Ludo Queen. Okay, you develop and you put it in the store. Okay, we will download it. You deserve it. Funny. Okay. Okay, we'll come back. So, what we were saying, Ludo. We were speaking about Ludo, right? So, we have four coins of same color. Shantaram, hello. Shantaram had one slap. Okay. So, Shantaram, you are planning. Huh?
ഞാൻ മെസ്സേജ് കണ്ടിട്ട് ഞാൻ അതല്ല ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്. ഞാൻ
Yeah.
വേറെയായ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്. അതല്ല ഇത് വേറെയാ.
Okay. Yes, Shantaram, you are planning to develop a Ludo Queen, no?
Yeah, man.
So, what you are planning to have in that?
What? What man?
You are planning to develop.
Dice and some bamboo.
Okay, you are planning to have four coins in that, Shantaram.
Copy and pasting. What Ludo King there?
From where you'll get the material to copy? Huh? Google. Okay.
ഇത് ഹാക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ബുദ്ധി ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവന് ഗെയിം ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത്. അങ്ങനെ പറയുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ ഹാക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നൊരു സുഖം കിട്ടില്ല. ഓഹോ, നീ ആര് പ്രൊഫഷണൽ ഹാക്കറാ? അവിടെ
Don't fight here.
അന്നോട് എന്താ പറഞ്ഞത് ആതിരെ?
Viper.
No, ma'am, we are not typing. We are
Okay, okay. I'm turning off.
Ah, Viper, give a proper name, okay? Shirag.
Sriraj.
Then
No,
that.
ma'am. It is Gmail. Gmail name.
Ah, okay. So that's so Shantaram is planning to develop a Ludo Queen. So what he will do, he will have four coins. So four coins which are of same color, right? So when that four coins of same color means we will tell that is for one person. So that is how you are grouping. So that same thing here we are speaking. So in Gestalt principle, what he is saying here is how the human mind perceives. So what is that perceiving? We said that, or we are in our mind, we are thinking that four colors of same type means it is belonging to one player, like that. Okay, that is organizes visual data. So this was developed by a German psychologist in the year 1920. According to the principle, every cognitive stimulus is perceived by the user in a simplest form. So, what is the other thing here we are saying here is anything you view, okay? User will try to interpret in a simplest form. So, what are those? We'll see. We are having different key principles, that is proximity, closure, continuity, figure and ground, and similarity. So, these are the key principles which which is told by the Gestalt's principle. We'll see each one of them. So first one is told as proximity. So is this figure visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have few figures here. So first figure, that is 1.1, that is for proximity. So just see this figure. What is the assumption you're coming by looking into this figure? Anybody can tell?
proximity, posture, continuity.
No, this first figure, figure 1.1. Just see figure 1.1 of proximity.
Proximity.
Yeah, only proximity you see now. So, looking into this proximity figure, what assumption you can give?
Settings icon.
Which one?
Settings tool.
Tools. Okay. Then anything else?
Flower.
Flower. Okay. Then
Wheel.
wheel. Okay. Anything else other than the how the figure is? Anything else?
Corona. Some.
Oh. Modified version of Corona.
Yes.
Okay. Then anything? Nothing
Then
more.
Irshad is saying jalebi.
These guys know. Then okay. Nothing. Huh? Why all are hungry now? Okay. So by looking into figure, um, is anybody thinking that these three are one group and these two are one group?
Yes, ma'am.
These three make one group and these two make one group. Can you think like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is what we are telling in proximity. So user tends to group objects together, not jalebi, not chakuli, not nothing. We are only trying to group things. Okay. So what we are saying in this, icons that will be doing some task, or icons which will be doing similar task, can be organized. Okay, can categorically organized. That is what we are saying in proximity. So we are trying to group things together or objects together. So any icons which will be doing the same task can be categorized with proximity. Okay, do you understand? And it is also possible now in this figure only you assume you are adding one text. What is the text you have added for this figure? Some descriptive text. What is the descriptive text you have added for this figure? Everyone went to have a break.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, So what is the descriptive text you have added to this figure?
Proximity.
Yes, that is figure 1.1 proximity. That is some description you have given, right? So these things can be done. That is what we're telling in proximity. Okay. So under proximity, what you're saying, user what he does, he will group the objects together. And also, in case if you're having many icons which are doing similar tasks, then you can categorize them. Then the last point you can say, even the descriptive text can be added. Whenever you add a descriptive text, the user can understand the relationship between the object and the text. So here for this diagram, you added the text as figure 1.1 proximity. So that text part is telling you this particular figure is for proximity. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next one we will go for closure. So here the second figure is for closure. So what is this figure for or of? When you look at this figure 1.2, what comes to your mind?
Incompleted.
Incompleted
Triangle.
parallelogram. Who is that?
Triangle.
Triangle. Yes, incompleted triangle. So you got an assumption that it is a triangle, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is what closure says. If enough of shape is available, so you have space, shape. That is, you have the shape of three sides. Only small part was missing. So what is your mind doing? Is your mind connecting it and saying that it is a triangle or it should be a triangle in future? Yes, right? Your mind is perceiving that it should have been a triangle, only the small part is missing there. So that is what comes under your closure. So in closure, what you have to say, if enough of the shape is available to you, then the missing pieces are completed by the human mind. So we found that the missing piece can be connected, like we assumed, and we told that it is a triangle. So that is what you have to tell for closure. Okay, are you getting this?
Yeah, ma'am.
Shall we continue or shall we stop? It's 10:50. Next, what, which are you have next?
Purna.
Okay, 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 we'll stop here then. Okay, so what is for, you have to tell for proximity? Grouping, whereas closure is if enough of the shape is available to you, if a small piece is missing out, then your mind will complete it and say that it is this particular figure. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Okay,
Yeah, ma'am.
so we'll see tomorrow. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Attendance is got. Okay. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. അരുണനീച്ച് എണീറ്റ് അറ്റൻഡൻസ് എടുക്കാൻ എനിക്കില്ല ഇല്ല എനിക്കില്ല
എടാ
കാര്യം പറ
എടാ എടാ അരു
ഇല്ല
ആണേ പറ ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് കേൾക്കുന്നില്ലേ
കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
ആ അത് ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളു കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ നോക്കാൻ എടാ അതല്ല നേരത്തെ ഞാൻ അറ്റൻഡൻസ് എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യം പറഞ്ഞറിയാം മാം കേട്ടിട്ടില്ല അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചിട്ട്
എന്റെ കാര്യം പോക്കാൻ നേരത്തെ പിരീഡ് എനിക്ക് അറ്റൻഡൻസ് ഇല്ല.
ഇല്ല ഞാൻ മാമിന് മെസ്സേജ് അയച്ചു മാം
അത് തരൂല അത് തരൂല.
കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് ഇരുന്നിട്ട് അറ്റൻഡൻസ് തരാണ്ട
കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് ഉറങ്ങിയിട്ട് അറ്റൻഡൻസ് തരാണ് എന്താ പറയുന്നത്?
ഉറങ്ങിട്ടല്ല വെറുതെ ഇരുന്ന് ആ ക്ലാസ് നോക്കിട്ടൊന്നുമല്ല നല്ല ഇരുന്നിട്ടില്ലേ
ഇരിക്കേതെ കിടക്ക് ചെയ്തേ ഒറ്റപ്പാടിനൊക്കെ
ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു മിഡിലായിട്ട്
ഇനി അടുത്ത പീരീഡ് പൂർണിമ മാമിന്റെ അല്ലേ?
Oh my god.
നീ ഇങ്ങനെ ഉറങ്ങി നടന്നോ അണ്ണ?
പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് പിന്നെ പഠിക്കണ്ടേ നിന്റെ പോലെയാ? നമ്മൾ പഠിപ്പാന്ന്
പഠിക്കണം നല്ലോണം
റാങ്ക് ആണ് ഇപ്രാവശ്യല്ലേ വന്നു.
പിന്നെ